welcome back to my channel. I am Kaustubh Datta, USN 1VE23CS082, Semester 2nd, Section BMW. So today's video is going to be on the subject Introduction to Civil Engineering, bearing the subject code BESCK204A. And the topic of today's video is criteria for selection of landfilling and urban flood control. Criteria for landfill site selection. Selecting the right location for a landfill is crucial for environmental protection and community well-being. The presentation will explore key factors to consider including geological, environmental and logistical aspects as well as regulatory requirements. Geological and hydrological factors. So the first factor to talk about is soil permeability. Evaluate the soil's ability to contain leachate and prevent groundwater contamination. The second factor is seismic activity. Assess the site's vulnerability to earthquake and geological instability. And the third factor is groundwater depth. Ensure the water table is at a safe distance from the landfill base. Environmental impact assessment. Ecological considerations. Evaluate the potential impact on local flora, fauna, and sensitive ecosystems. Air quality. Assess the effect of landfill emission, including greenhouse gases and odors. Water resources. Ensure the landfill does not contaminate surface or groundwater resources. Proximity to population centers. Buffer zone. Establish adequate distance from residential areas, school, and other sensitive receptors. Noise and odor. Minimize the impact of landfill operations on nearby communities. Property values. Consider the potential effect on property values in surrounding neighborhoods. Public acceptance. Engage with the local community to address their concerns and gain support. Accessibility and transportation. Road infrastructure. Ensure adequate access. Road can handle the increased traffic. Proximity to waste sources. Minimize the distance from waste generation center to reduce transportation cost. Public transportation. Consider the availability of public transit option for worker and visitor. Waste management and disposable capacity. Waste volume. Analyze the current and projected waste generation rate to determine the required disposal capacity. Recycling and diversion. Evaluate opportunities for waste minimization, recycling, and alternative disposal methods. Disposal technology. Consider the use of advanced landfill equipment and technology to optimize waste management. Regulatory and legal requirements. Zoning and land use regulation. Ensure the site is zoned for landfill operation and complies with local land use plans. Environment permits. Obtain necessary permits for air, water, and waste management activities. Waste regulation. Comply with federal, state, and local regulation governing the disposal of various waste streams. Liability and insurance. Assessing the potential risk and obtaining appropriate liability coverage and financial assurance. Key considerations for landfill site selection. Geological suitability. Ensure the site has stable low permeability soil and suitable ground depth. Environmental impact. Minimize the potential harm to natural habitats, water resources, and local communities. Accessibility and logistics. Provide efficient transportation access and consider proximity to water sources. And the fourth one is regulatory compliance. Adhere to all relevant zoning, environmental, and waste management regulations. Now, let's talk about urban flood control. Urban flooding is a growing challenge as cities expand and climate changes increase extreme weather events. Effective flood control requires a comprehensive approach involving infrastructure, early warning systems, and community engagement. Understanding flood risk in cities. So, The causes are urbanization, poor drainage, and intense rainfall can increase flood risk in cities. The most vulnerable areas are low-lying neighborhoods, areas near coast, and districts with inadequate infrastructure, which are most prone to flooding. And the impact it causes are flooding and damaging property, disrupting the transportation, contaminating water supplies, and threatening the public health and safety. Drainage system design and maintenance. Assessment. Evaluate the capacity and condition of existing drainage infrastructure. Upgrades. Implement improvements like widening canals, installing pumps, and building detention basins. Maintenance. Regular clear debris, inspect pipelines, and repair damage to keep the system functioning. Green infrastructure for flood mitigation. Permeable surfaces, use porous pavement, rain gardens, and green roof to reduce runoffs. Urban wetlands, create or restore wetlands to absorb excess water and filter pollutants. Urban forest, plant more trees to intercept rainfall, stabilize soil, and enhance drainage. Green spaces, integrate parks, playgrounds, and other public spaces that can double as detention areas. Flood early warning systems. Monitoring. Deploy sensors to track rainfall, water level, and other environmental data. Forecasting. Use predictive models to anticipate flood event and issue timely alerts. Alert. Communicate flood warnings through sirens, mobile apps, and other channels. Response. Coordinate emergency actions like evacuation, sandbagging, and rescue operations. So, as we can see, as an engineer, we can make many changes for urban flood control. We can use like IoT, embedded systems, and AIML for just warning the people around us and alerting them about when the flood is coming, and so that they can prepare likewise. Community engagement and preparedness. Public education. Inform residents about flood risk, emergency procedures, and resilience measures. Volunteerism. Recruit the training community members to assist with flood response and recovery. Partners. Collaborate with local organization, business, and institutions to enhance resilience. Individual preparedness. Encourage household to develop flood plains, stockpile supplies, and take protective actions. Funding and policy consideration. Financing. Secure funding through grants, bonds, and public private partnership. Regulations. Enact policies that mandate flood resilient construction and land use planning. Incentives. Provide tax credit, subsidies, and other incentives to encourage flood mitigation measures. Conclusion and key takeaways. Comprehensive approach integrate grey structure, green solutions, and community engagement. Proactive planning. Assess risk, upgrade system, and prepare for future flood events. Stakeholder collaboration. Engage residents, businesses, and government agencies to enhance resilience. Sustainable funding. Secure diverse funding sources and implement supportive policies. So, I would like to thank you all for being with me to the end of this video. If you found this video informative, then please like and subscribe to my channel for more such content. Thank you.